there are certain individuals that you didn't really have to be in that space with.
Yeah.
And you probably could have maintained or had a different relationship and result in the end.
And some of it valuable.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of experiences were valuable, but at the same time, there are just certain things that come with you after that you can't shake.
Thing is, like you say, there's certain things in life, once it's done, it can't be undone. And that is it. Like, yes, even things that we can say, all right, we've learned from it, thankfully, but it still can't be undone.
It can't be undone.
So that's something you just have to live with.
Right.
So if it's like, oh, okay, lessons learned, I know not to do that again, and at least I'd rather do it once and have to live with it than do it 5-6 times and have to live with it, especially if it all makes you feel a way you don't want to be feeling. However, you can't shake the feeling that has happened, and you can't undo it.
No.
That's it.
No. And even with kids, when we've spoken about having children at an age that probably wasn't the best time,
yeah,
you ask yourself, if I knew better, would I want this for my children? You know, would I want this struggle? Who would? And don't get me wrong, struggle does build character.
Yeah.
In a big way. But at the same time, when you actually realize that life isn't a game, and you realize that I barely know myself, so how can I know this individual that I'm about to create a child with? Fast forward, and you see how shit is now, and you're like...
The thing is, it's a sticky one with life though, isn't it? Because, like I said, I know we've spoken on this before, but on one side you've got like, the way the world is moving, would I really want to bring our child into this life? Then on the flip side, if we all thought that and didn't, the world would end. Because if we say, right, do you know what, from now, just because we know that this madness out there in the world, let's just stop. Then what happens?
It's true.
Yeah, life unfortunately needs to keep going.
100%, but under different circumstances.
But under different circumstances, whether it be with the who that you choose to have children with, whether it be the timing of when you choose to have your children, your own setup, whether that be financial, emotional, mental, like any sort of capacity, yeah, might have changed for you to do so. But then on the flip side, I know we've also spoken about having children that you know will be that next generation of builders that will help to fix, if we use for a term, fix certain things. The ones that will make the difference and spin certain things on their head now, because it's like, hold on, we've got some young children that are seeing what's going on for what it is. As much as we have those that don't, there are many that do. So they are going to be the next ones that are saying, you know what, this needs to stop. Now, where we are at with young people is, I don't know if you had it, but I know that generally speaking, our generation had the don't have children until. It's great telling them don't have children until, but the way that this world is set up.
We were all told,
yeah,
right, don't fuck around.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. So whether it was drummed into us, whether it was said once or twice, it doesn't matter, but we were all told that.
Yeah.
Now, life is different. If we now spoke to young people on a different edge of not, do you know what, I could say to you, don't do that, but you're probably going to do it anyway. However, what I will say to you is, have this in mind before you do it, and we can sit down and break it down to them. Because I don't know anyone off the top of my head that I can say had that kind of breakdown. They had the don't just lay down with anyone and have children. Yeah, you had the guys that are like, well, I'm not gonna lie, I wish I never had children with her because this is da-da-da. So we've had to get to know them before you have children with them. That's a standard. But if we say, all right, I want you to look at the world and see how it's changed in your last 10 years of life. See where you looking at the changes in your last 10 years. Where do you think it will be in the next 10 years? Do you feel within yourself you've got the capacity to navigate in that, bringing another child in? Cool. Financially, you're always going to find a way to make things work, hopefully. However, would you rather be in a better place, like mentally, an area where you're placed better mentally, emotionally, physically, financially? not just by yourself, but also with potentially and hopefully with more than just a co-parent.